Hey everyone, welcome back to Everything's Plastic Toy Reviews. Today we have another Marvel Legends action figure review, and this is from the Disney Plus What If series. This is the Zombie Hunter Spidey. Really did enjoy most of the series for the What If, and I think the Spider-Man was definitely one of my favorite characters from it. So let's get a closer look at the packaging. Peter Parker on the side here, same artwork on the other side. And we have a little read up on the back that says Zombie Hunter Spider-Man is a ragtag group of survivors fighting his way through a zombie-infested world. Cool artwork on the back here. And if you're unfamiliar with Wave, I know this one's been out for a while, just like most of my reviews, because I can't keep up with the big channels whatsoever. Build-A-Figure for this series is the Watcher. First in the series is Zombie Captain America, T'Challa, Star-Lord, Captain Carter, Zombie Hunter Spidey, Doctor Strange Supreme, Heist Nebula, and Sylvie from Loki, which is awesome. Can't wait to see season 2. I think it's going to be great. So other than that, Watcher on the top here, barcode on the bottom. You guys know the deal. We had a closer look at the packaging. So let's crack this guy open and get a closer look. Here he is outside the packaging. He comes with the right leg for the Watcher. And he comes with two fisted hands, which are pretty cool. And he comes with matte head sculpt. It's pretty cool. Nice clean paint application on this one. Cool design. Wish they had a little bit of black in around webbing and stuff just to make it stand out a bit, but other than that, it still looks pretty cool. And then we have Doctor Strange's cape. I can't remember the actual name on the cape. Every time I do a review, man, everything slips my mind, but overall, pretty cool design and pretty cool detail in the cape. You can see all the line work here on the back. You can see some details. Pretty cool overall. And this one doesn't peg on or anything, so it just kind of slides on, which is kind of cool. So it pretty much just lays on like this. Doesn't really clip on or anything like that. There's no peg, so nothing really keeping this one on. So I don't know how he's going to be for you guys that do a lot of posing. I can see it being kind of a pain in the butt, but overall, looks pretty cool. Closer look at the head sculpt here. Overall, man, I think it's a pretty decent head sculpt. Really does have the animated feel to it. I like all the flat paints and everything else. It does make it look like an animated figure. Pretty cool detail in the eyes. I like the overall design of the hair as well. Even the hair is designed like an animated character, which is pretty cool. Overall, it's a pretty cool Spider-Man figure. If you're familiar with the channel, you know that Spider-Man's up there in my top 5 of any comic book character of all time. Wolverine being number 1 and Hulk close second. As you can see in the background there, lots of Wolverine figures and Hulk figures. But right above that, there's a full shelf of Spider-Man and all the Spider-Man bad guys and all that stuff. Raw, man, paint application is pretty rough on this one. But I do like the design of his suit. See all the red showing through, which kind of sucks. More red showing through here. Up here too, all the paint is kind of smudged. Really, yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, man. I was pretty excited to get this one out of packaging. I had it for quite a while now. Time is something I don't have a lot of to get these reviews done, so that's the reason why I'm so behind. Was very excited to get this guy out, but I gotta say, man, I'm kind of disappointed. You can see like all the red in here, all the blues starting to rub off already. Just took this guy out, never played around with him a lot so far, but yeah, paint application is pretty terrible on this one. Which sucks, man, because like I said, I love Spider-Man. Still cool design overall on his suit. We see some detail here, some line work there. Too bad the line work and everything is shabby. This guy would have looked pretty awesome overall. I do like some of the detail here where you have some dirt and everything else onto his suit. You can see some dirt or mud or whatever you want to call it on the bottom of his shoes as well. I like that detail. I think that's a cool detail. But we can see more red showing through here as we get down to the figure. Overall, probably one of the worst paint applications that I've seen on a figure in a long time from Hasbro. But that being said, still love the figure. I mean, come on, it's Spider-Man. Gotta like Spider-Man no matter what, unfortunately. Let's switch out that head sculpt. Pretty cool head sculpt as well, like I previously stated. But definitely use some highlights, man, some black or something inside Fall's webbing, just to make it pop and stand out a little bit more. But I really do like the suit design overall. I think it looks pretty awesome. I love the color blue. Love how the red and blue goes together. And I like all the black line work separating the suit as well. Oh, we had a closer look. You guys know the routine. Let's go over articulation. So for his head goes back this far, forward this far. No side to side, but you do get a full rotation. Shoulder comes up this far, all the way around. You do have your bicep swivel. There is double jointed pinless elbows, which is great. I love my pinless joints. His wrist rotates all the way around and back and forth for all four hands. There's an ab crunch that goes forward this far, back this far, so it's not too bad there. You get full rotation at the waist. Ooh, very disappointing. Only comes out this far for the splits. Not good at all. There's a upper thigh cut. Good a high kick though. His leg goes forward this far, back this far, so I'm restricted going back as well. You have double jointed pin knees for some reason, which Hasbro, you're going halfway with it. Why not complete it and make pinless joints on the bottom? This figure would have looked a lot better if it had pinless joints, because we can see a lot of the red showing through there on the joints, and definitely takes away from the figure. So pinless joints definitely would have helped with the overall appearance of this figure. Most of the toy companies now are using pinless joints. Even in some of the basic figures, they're using pinless joints. So there is no boot cut, but his ankle goes back this far, forward this far, and you have a full rotation there. So decent articulation, not great articulation, but decent. Get a closer look at Spider-Man with his cape on, or with Doctor Strange's cape on, whatever the case may be. I think it looks pretty awesome. Still a cool looking figure, despite its flaws. Still happy to have it, and don't regret buying it whatsoever. Check those hands. Pretty thick pegs on these. His web shooters don't seem to be removable. I tried twisting on them a little bit, but they're on there pretty good. Maybe if you work at it a little bit, they'll come off, but don't want to push my luck with these figures lately. I don't want to break anything. Here he is with two-fisted hands, wearing Doctor Strange's cape. Overall, looks pretty awesome. For comparisons, here we have him next to some other MCU Spider-Mans. Here he is next to the Homecoming, Civil War, and this is from the Civil War 3-pack. All three of these MCU ones are pretty much the same height. And also for comparison, here he is next to House of M Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2099. These two guys are a tad bit taller than the MCU versions. This one's still a pretty average size for a 6-inch Marvel Legend. And like I mentioned previously, we can see out inside all the grooves here for the Spider-Man suit. They have some black inside just to highlight his suit and make his suit stand out a bit instead of just a red piece of plastic. This looks a lot better, and if I was any good at customs, I'd definitely take my chances and try to fill it in a little bit. On the back here, I mean, he's got some black highlights, he's got some black lines in between here, so it only makes sense to carry over onto the figure. If that's the design of the figure, then obviously take the time to do it. So, not too impressed with that. I mean, if this version got it, you can do it for this version. This version has it, and the Civil War version has it as well. Could have definitely did it with this one. So that's another negative thing about this figure. Overall, I'm going to give this figure a 7.5 out of 10. It pains me to do it so much because I love Spider-Man. Paint application on this one is pretty bad in most places. It's pretty consistent at being bad. But yeah, a lot of the line work on this one is terrible. And the paint application overall on the full figure is bad. All the black line work is bad. We can see all the red showing through on the light blue, especially around his joints and any cuts or anything like that. Every seam is red going all through, so that's pretty bad as well. Not to mention, the articulation is pretty hindered. I mean, it's a Spider-Man figure. If any figure should have lots of articulation, it should be Spider-Man. I think two of the head sculpts are pretty cool. I like the overall design of the cape. I do like how it comes with an extra set of hands. As much as I love the figure, and as much as I love the character, I gotta be fair and I gotta give my honest opinion. So let me know in the comments below if you guys agree with my score. Let me know what you think of this figure, and let me know what you think of What If series on Disney+. As always, if you like our review, don't forget to click that like button. And if you like our reviews, the option is there to subscribe as well. We'll see you on the next one. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting and stay safe.